Hello, just doing a bit of a quick live commentary to capitalize on the huge amount of new players Project Remix has. We hit 1,000 just yesterday. This is a series I wanted to make for a while, where I just go through some weapons, tell you how to use them, or how I like to use them. You know, um, this is my Link Sword build. We're going through Link Sword for the for our first one. It's not really the first melee that shows up, but I think that it is the most versatile melee. It's basically like white bread. As you can see, I have Drifter and Dash. This gives me a lot of mobility, along with the innate 40% increased move speed on Link Sword. Makes you really fast and can chase down opponents really well, get into fights really well. So the thing with Link Sword is that you have a lunge attack. This does a lot more damage than you'd expect it to, you know? I mean, it only makes sense. Regular Roblox sword fighting, the Link Sword does in fact have a lunge attack that does quite a hefty amount of damage. And something you'll notice that I do a lot is something that's very important to playing any melee, and that is using your quick kick a lot. Now, you can use quick kick whenever you want, which means you can use it while lunging with your alternate fire, thus combining the damage from quick kick with the damage from your lunge, doing a nice little quick combo that is really good for opening up enemies, and in some cases is enough to reduce them to the execution point. But of course, the sword is just a piece of my loadout, because we also have a sidearm. You could obviously see the power that that provides. A bit of healing, and though it's not perfectly multi-directional, the lunge, compared to like the katana or something, the amount of movement that it gives you is still pretty nice. And you'll see a strat that I do a lot is a pretty popular one, you know, I won't lie, is softening people up with the sidearm and then just, you know, dashing in and lunging for the kill. It covers a lot of ground. And they don't even need to be, you know, half health for it to be worth using the lunge, since the damage it does is already so massive. See right there? I still got the kill, even if it wasn't the execute. Of course, you'll see this 200% lunge damage to enemies under 50% health. That translates to a lot of damage. It will, in fact, one-shot pretty much everyone except for the beefiest of enemies. Bit of a Bladed 2, too. I like 2-2 unlinked because, you know, if I don't get to outright kill someone, I can just lunge at them anyway and get the kill. And that's one way to play linked. It's my preferred way. It's very mobile. You still get your health, but you are just a little bit squishier than something like bonus health or body large. I'm going to show you something that I don't like playing personally, but some people do, and that is the tank builds. Not quite full tank, but kind of off tank, kind of like an offensive, like being a huge problem for people. All right, Black Hand is healing. I don't have much experience with this loadout myself, but I do see, you know, good Link Sword players using it. Lizzie, for instance. But basically, Body Large makes you more tanky. 15% damage resistance on top of your 50 max health. This makes it effectively I don't know how much health, and Black Hand is just here for you to force fights with people. Really assert yourself as a problem in front of them. You pull them in close, you pressure them into hitting you, and when they do hit you, you just parry them with Royal Guard. Now, this is a bit more effective if you have a healer with you. I'm not paired up with a healer at the moment. I am just playing totally solo. But getting that parry off is pretty nice. And if there's somebody camping up there like that, you can just pull them down with Black Hand. Someone's trying to run away. You hit him with Black Hand. I missed, but, you know, don't mind that. Oh, my Black Hand got caught on the fence. Now, it's less exciting, but you are much more difficult to kill, and you're just a total pain in the neck. And while Tutu is a pretty good remix to use with this build, I'd actually recommend something like Petrifying Glare, or maybe even Petty, in cases like this. Or I can't really do anything but run away. But I like Tutu. There we go. That's a big parry. That's always fun. If you're ever feeling a little bit tired of shotguns, because, you know, I know how many people are. We don't really like shotguns here. Yeah, I myself, I am a shotgun main, but I understand. It's okay. And there's Black Hand forcing that poor Staff of Life to fight me. And I get backstabbed. I can see this katana is kind of a problem for my team, so I try to pull them out, but, you know, they don't jump towards me, unfortunately. That's the one time the shotgun refuses to shoot me. So yeah, pretty effective builds. I don't even think we had a healer that round, but if you were to have a healer, it's pretty strong. And of course, there is the pretty boring variant, which is the you know, it's really good for King of the Hill and subspaces. You hold out your barrier shields, and once your barrier shield is down, you just switch to Royal Guard, and you just sit there and soak up damage all game. I don't find this fun myself. If you find it fun, that's okay. We would call this in the business a mitigation builds, but I think there are some weapons that are a little bit better than that at that sort of gameplay. A little bit funny. Just to sort of cap things off here. I know that there is this variant here called Paladin's Oath. I'm not experienced in it at all. As a matter of fact, I think it's quite bad, but, you know, that's something for you to try out if you want to. You'll see that when I equip Purifying Prayer, it gets altered into Golden Vow, which gives you a bonus damage buff. This will, of course, stack with Predator and Prey's damage buff, 30% for being invisible. I switch back to standard weaponry, and you're able to do such things like... Well, I hope they don't run too far away from me. You're able to do things like this. That was a bad showcase of it, but don't worry. We'll get a better one. That was also a really bad showcase of it. And of course, you can share your vow to allies, and you should try and do that when possible. You do a lot of damage. That's the gimmick. Oh, I wasn't invisible long enough to get it. In ideal circumstances, you are literally just able to one-shot people, and that's what I'm looking for right here. If you are interested in playing a more gimmicky, cheesy playstyle like that. And hey, I don't judge. As you can see, I took out almost their entire health bar. I could probably get a really good one-shot in sometime during this game. Yep, 187. Of course, I don't know how long this will be possible in the game because Mio plans on reworking perks, and that's a whole thing. So Predator and Prey might not even exist in just about a week's time. But until then, my team's too good at killing them, unfortunately. There we go, nice and isolated. It's always almost, unfortunately. It's a full health Ninja Whip, a lunge, and 2 swings. But you get it. It is an instant 180 damage. It is able to one-shot any weapon that has minus 25 HP. Such as, you know, this thing. Healers. You wanna whack healers with this thing. That's it for now for Link Sword. As always, don't take this as the only way to play any given weapon. Experiment, figure out what works for you. That's what this game is all about. Thanks for watching. I don't know if I'll keep doing this live commentary sort of setup, or if I'm gonna move to more polished videos. It just kind of depends on where I'll want this to go, you know? If this video gets any traction at all. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, ask me any questions. I will be there to answer.